Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. I'm glad you're here. So here is a tray of stuff that I prepped today to, if I can find it. So I was kind of gathering things, trying to make sure I had all my ducks in a row. I love a good tray. They are so helpful to help me stay organized and pay attention to what's going on, sort the stuff. So this is one of my favorite trays. Anyway, we're gonna make some belly bands today, and I'm gonna kind of show you my little formula a little bit on how I make these guys. So I have a number of things that we're gonna need. So let me move my tray. So this is our goal. This is a belly band. What's a belly band? Belly band, let me just grab the signature that I was working on yesterday. A belly band goes across your book like this. So depending on the size you want, you can have it overlap, you can make them a little shorter. It's kind of up to you what you'd like to do with them. So then what you do is once you have your belly band, you'll glue it on the top and the bottom on your page. And then it becomes a fantastic place to keep really big items. And depending on what they are, they can peek out and be really cute and fun too. So I end up putting belly bands on pages that are more like, let me see if I can find one, really decorated. So this journal that I'm working on, it's really crinkly and crunchy, and my friend really loves that. So, but like this. So this is honestly, this is like perfect for the colors and everything that's going on in this journal. But I'll put it on the pages that have a lot of big text or something like that, that aren't as easy to write on, but then it gives you space to tuck things that you could write on or things that you want to put in your journal other places, things like that. So my friend wanted a bunch of, she really wanted belly bands in her journal, which I think is really fun that she was very specific on the types of things she wanted in her journal. Because I am making her a baking journal and I needed to make some things that are going to fit with the style of the journal that I'm making for her. So first of all, what did I grab to work with? So if you're making these big belly bands, things you can use. I like to use something sturdier, so like cardstock. And so if you just have plain cardstock that you want, heavy, really heavy book pages, because I like these things to be really sturdy because we're going to do some stuff to them, because obviously we're going to sew some lace on, we're going to put some texture paste on, do some fun stuff. So master boards are fantastic. So this is one of my master boards I made, just using up scraps, threw some stamps on it, then you can chop it up. You can do whatever kind of color schemes you want just with scraps. This was also from my quote unquote scrap bin. When I'm using stencils in my stuff, I will blot them onto other things. So this is one of my prints that I had printed, and it didn't turn out right. It just didn't look good. So it became more fodder, and I think this is super pretty. And then sometimes they end up with stuff on the back too. But I'm just looking at one side. We're not going to see the back anyway. I just wanted to give you an idea of some different types of paper you can use for your base to start with. This is a watercolor paper, super heavy duty. It's really fun to use with any of your inks, distress oxides, blendable inks, sprays, anything like that. And you can do the same thing to these guys. So this was just my examples on what I started out with bases. So then next, you cut them down. So here we go. Here's some more master boards that I have cut up into some strips. These are anywhere from 3 inches to 2 inches. Here's some of that watercolor paper. So you could pick whichever side you wanted, but I thought these were really pretty and fun. So you can see the different widths that I have. So this one is 3 inches. These are 2.5 roughly. So different sizes, depending on how big your book is, what you want to use them for. I like nice wide ones because I can decorate them more. And then you can even put little pockets on the front of them, things like that too. So this was just me grabbing some different bases. I made these up because they were a little bit more in our color scheme. So I'm going to find a couple here to work with. I kind of like that one. I know there's some little skellies. That's because she wanted her journal to be a little bit goth, and I remembered I had this cute washi tape. So let's see. I'm going to do a couple thin ones, a couple thick ones. She wants some belly bands in her book. We've got some other ones to work with here. I don't want to get too many out, but you know how it is. I like to have options, and I'm kind of going to do this assembly line style. Okay, she wanted, where's my notes? I don't know how many I need. She's got 2 signatures. I'm thinking 4 will probably be enough. Let me see if I have some other ones that I really think will be cool. Let's do one more skinny one. All right, let's set you friends off to the side. Let's grab 1 or 2 of these friends just to have some other variation. And a skinnier one, or no, let's do a wide one, like this one. Okay, so there's that. So what I was thinking, because I came across this in some of my stuff too, I thought this would be really fun to put in her book too, but I might leave it as is and make it a tuck spot, like make a side tuck. I think that's what I'm going to do with that. So I might set that aside to use later, because I want her to have the conversions, because I think that would be really fun in her journal. Okay, so next step. I have, where's my finished one? Where did I put it? Here it is. Okay, so background. So we have our background. Now some lace or fibers, something like that. You don't have to put them on if you don't want to, but that's what I'm going to choose next. So I have a few things. So let me see. So bases, then next, kind of to show you my formula that I'm doing, I grabbed some various laces that I have. So I have some vintage trim, some, I'm not really sure, some brighter colors too. I have a piece of fabric that is from what was going to be the inside cover of her journal. And then I have a piece of this fabric as well, because I think this might be really fun to put on there too, because I used some of this fabric in the inside cover to make some pockets. It had some like ravens and things like on it too. So this, I know, is not everybody's style, but this is just an example of a fabric or a fiber that looks really good, and we're going to add some more embellishment to it. So that's going to be our next step. So let's go ahead and get some of these out and figure out which ones are going to get which thing. So I have this pretty gray, and maybe, let me see, let me pick a few things here first. I really like this cream that was obviously used on something else, and then it was cut down later on. That's going to cover up a lot, but we can cut this down some. So let's just get it to about the right height. Grab a good scissors here. Okay, so one of those. Hope you guys are having a great day. I was not feeling too hot this morning, so and I'm not really sure why, so I laid back down after I got up. Normally when my son goes to school, I get up right away and get to work, but I was just not feeling right this morning. I hate it when that happens. So I was like, you know what? I'll lay down a little bit. I slept good last night too. That's the thing. So I'm just going to cut another one of these about the length, roughly, just so we have some ready to go. And this skelly friend, I'm going to do like, because I want it long enough. And this is fabric that I have put on to a stabilizer, not just a stabilizer, but oh, what is it called? I am having a brain moment. It is that adhesive that you can put on stuff. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. It's an iron-on adhesive. You can put it on fabric, then you can use it as a, yeah, you get it. You get it. You know what I'm talking about. And some of this red, because this is fun. Red is her favorite color, so she was excited when I showed her the fabric that I found to do for the inside of her journal. It's really fun for me to make commissions for people. I mean, it's stressful. It's a little stressful because you never know if they're quite going to get, if you're going to get their vibe that their goal is. So it can be really stressful unless people are very, very specific about what they're looking for. So I think we have enough here because some of these we're going to cut down to make a little thinner. So yeah, these guys are, these pieces of paper that we're using are 9 inches tall. I think they're all 9, 8.5 to 9 inches tall. So which is perfect for most of your things that you're working on. So I know I want to use the gray on one of hers here. So I think I'm going to rip it down just a little bit. It's a little wide because I still want to see the background some, but we are going to definitely cover up these guys quite a bit here. So, and I don't mind that it's a little scrippy and scrappy. All right, so I'm thinking this friend on here, and then I might make it go a little wonkadoo across here like that. That's kind of fun. And we'll hang out. You can hang out over here for a minute. Let's do this cream one. And I wonder if this will rip. We will find out. I'm going to just cut it right about here and see if this will tear. It will. Good. Okay. So now we've got 2 bits here. And I'm going to, oh yeah, that is so pretty. Okay, that is going to go on that one for sure. And then let's put this on this friend over here. Now we have a black lace and the red lace. So I want to show some different options with some color and stuff too. I think oh, that is going to look nice. Okay, so that one's going to go on there. Like that. And then we have this big wide red lace. And I think we'll leave it because you're going to see a lot peeking through. So I think this one is going to go right on there. And then this Skelly Friend one, I think will look cool on this one. And then let's see. I don't think this will rip. This kind of lace does not rip very good. But this is, okay, I'm going to do, so to get kind of a more erratic cut, I'm bumbling it up. Bumbling, that's a good term. And then I'm going to do that. Okay. So it's a little bit less perfect. I like that. Okay. And then we have a few little bits left over to use on some other ones. Okay. I like where these are all at. Good. I dig it. Okay. So that, as you can see, is step 2. We have our lace. So now we're going to run some stitching down these just very quickly. So I won't show that on camera because I'm not set up to be able to film next to my sewing machine yet because I have an entire sewing station. So I will sew these and come back. Okay, so we have all of those fibers sewn on. I also took a couple and didn't put some ribbon on or lace, trim, whatever, fabric. And I just did some stitching. So I did some on this one and I did it on a piece of masterboard just to add a little bit of texture and show you a different way to do it. So I just threw those on there too. Okay, so now we have these, and as you can see, I did them all a little bit different. This is just a straight stitch. This one I did some zigzag. I don't care if it's rumply and bumpily. If you don't like it that way, you do you, boo. So this one I did zigzag and some straight stitch. This one, a little fun. This one I think is, I like this one. And then this guy did kind of more straight lines for fun. Okay, so next step. Some scraps. We need some fun scraps to add to our goings on here. So let's get some scraps. And I have some off to the side over here. I have a little scrap bin. And let's see what we got going on. See what we have. See what we have. I have a piece of this. This is gonna, I think we'll use some of this. I like this old paper. And there's part of a ticket. I know I've got some music paper. Here's some coffee dye. Here's a random sticker. Some music paper. What's this? Oh, some number stuff. I'm not sure exactly what I was doing with this bin. Let's see what we got with what we got. All right, so so since I'm kind of doing it assembly line style, I'm not doing anything really specific since I'm kind of doing a bunch at a time. So I'm just gonna kind of grab a scrap and find where it wants to live, kind of going with the colors and things like that. So this is what I really like to do, especially if I'm a little bit creatively stuck, which I have been lately. This just kind of feeling funny about things. Okay, so this I think on here is kind of nice. I'll tear it down a little bit more, I think, because it's a little wide for my liking. Maybe one of these on here too. And then I think this friend wants a piece here, maybe one up here. All right, I have part of a ticket stub, which is kind of fun. And it's more white, so maybe on this friend, I can find a way to use it on there. I like, this is just a sticker that was in there, but I like the color combo that's happening. I think we'll throw you over here. That's kind of neat. We got some number papers. Maybe you. That could be fun there. A little bit of music there. So I'm, as you can see, I'm just kind of, I'm looking at colors. I'm just throwing some scraps where I think that they'll look good. And then I will fidget and finagle them a little bit more here shortly. I think that one goes nice there. This burlap is kind of fun. Maybe we'll put that on that last one. I know, I should see how well in frame I am. Can't see the last one. I'll scooch them over in a minute here. This friend still needs some stuff. Maybe you can have some music. Have some music paper. What else we got left? This might not be the best for this one today. I'm not really feeling it. I think that could be something else. Oh, I think that's good for those. Now I want a little bit more interest. I have some scraps that my son and I did one day. He was not feeling good. So I just decided to do some inky stuff. And I pulled out a pot of ink and I grabbed a whole bunch of papers and we just went to work. And we had a blast, and he was happy to make marks on paper. So we did a whole bunch of like packing paper and some book page and all kinds of fun stuff. Anybody else? I feel like you need something more. I need it. And maybe, oops, I'll pick that up later. So this is just some tissue paper. That's nice. Maybe you can go there. I'm liking the black and white feel on some of these. Maybe over here for a little bit of something different. You could go on there. That could be fun. Okay, so let's work with, oh, you need a little something else. You need a little something, something, friend. All right, we'll do that. This is a little chaotic. I get it. It might not be up everyone's alley, and you might want to just do like focus on one type of thing at a time, because I'm making some that are going to go with one type of journal and ones that are a little bit more flexible, and they can go with some of my other journals just to be pretty. A sip of coffee here. All right. So let's kind of start to lay these out a little bit better. These are very straight and we need to fix that. So I'm just going to tear off some edges and we're going to just start sticking these friends down like right away. As soon as we get a feel for what is happening, we're going to stick them. We're going to stick them. Stick them, stick them. And I had an ink thing here too. You know, I cleaned my desk, but I didn't give myself quite enough room because I have some other little bins of things prepared. You know what? We'll set you here. This is just an old magazine that I am using as a glue book. Sometimes I use book page, sometimes I use whatever. So this is going down here. Use whatever type of glue you feel is best. Do I want to leave this square? I do like this one on here though, but it is a little square for my liking. This would be where you could ink if you wanted to ink the edges of things right now. You don't have to ink edges. I don't know if I did ink edges on my other one. Let's look. Let's look at our example. Oh, I 100% ink those edges. I suppose we should ink some edges. You know what? I do have my ink ready to go to match her stuff, so I think I will. I'm going to use some red. I got Fired Brick Distress Oxide, so I'm going to just hit the edges of this one because I'm bringing in her color scheme on things. So we're doing, it's black and gold, and then because I found that fabric that she loved, we added in red now as another little accent. So it's actually kind of nice. So it goes with the yellow, the gold, red, and then black, and then really like distress. She loves like the distressed look of things. So we're definitely doing that on her pages. They're all very distressed already because I had done the whole signature I distressed in one shot. And I had done that a while ago. And then we were sitting and having our little journal interview about what she was looking for and things she liked. I was showing her some examples of some things and she fell in love with a partially completed journal that I had. So that was kind of fun. All right. Oh, fun. That's got mushrooms on the back of it. Oh, that was a journal card. I ripped up a journal card. Amazing. Good job, me. With some little journal cards that I had printed onto some of my coffee dyed paper. So silly. Look at both sides of your paper, friends. Okay, so that is on there. Let's move on. We're just gonna keep on keeping on here. Go down the line. Maybe I'll just do some and fast forward it here. This is basically background. Okay, so this is still background, kind of. So I'll show you what we all put together here. I know they're a bit different. You could stop right here if you wanted to and not do anything else. Like, you just do as much or as little as you feel like doing. I'm going to put the ones that aren't the black and white on this side, maybe. And then this, of course, you saw how I used the frame left over from that sticker. That was like perfect for kind of framing her up there. Let's put you here. You can see what we have when we have like different types of fibers and kind of similar scraps, but then just seeing what kind of shakes out a little bit. They're kind of a lot altogether, but so that is this step. So now we're going to move on to the next step, and I'm trying to remember. So this is like a chipboard letter, and then I did some what did I do? I'm trying to look and see what I did. Oh, I see. I stenciled. I did some stenciling. I think I sprayed, so that'll probably be the next thing. I sprayed. But why is this two different colors? That's so interesting. Because it's definitely, see how the stencil lines up? It's definitely that stencil. How strange. And I'm pretty sure I sprayed them. So I'm trying to think, because I made a bunch of these and I've used them. So I'm trying to remember exactly what I did, because I really loved how these turned out. So I'm kind of trying to use the same sort of formula to share with you guys. All right, so next step, some sort of focal point that is also going to potentially get inked or not. Like, you don't have to do some of these steps if you don't want. I'm just kind of showing you my little formula as best I can remember. So I have this bouquet of, oh, that is like perfect. Okay. I grabbed some stuff out of my die cuts because I was like, I need to figure out some things. I think this could be fun on here. I have this corrugated flower. That's kind of nice. I have some keys in black. Just one key might be all right. I think you look kind of nice on there. That's kind of cool. I have a butterfly. Who wants a butterfly? I think you want a butterfly. And then I also have some numbers. I have some leftover numbers. I think the 0 is really big. I think it's too big to fit anywhere. It does kind of fit, but a 3 is fun. I kind of want to put the 3 on. Yes, I'm going to put the 3 there. Who else needs one? This one can have the 1. Do I have something on you need something. You need something, friend. How about you? You can be a 9. She's a 9. I love that. Okay, so I had a couple extras. That's fine. Cool. Okay, so did I or did I not do anything with these guys before I glued them on? I cannot tell if I did or not. So I'm just trying to look closely at these, because I think this is the last one I have left. And I don't remember. It must have been, was it damp? It looks the color is so different, and I did it at one time, so I don't know how it went from green to orange. So very interesting. The color changed. I don't know. Okay, carrying on. I feel like these do need something before we add them, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just ink them a little bit, because some of them are fine, because they're going to get the stenciling and everything anyway. So let's do something with the chipboard really quick. Blotting paper, and maybe I did just give them a quick spritz. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just put them in the box Okay, I went 3, 1, butterfly, 9. I just have to remember that. 3, 1, butterfly, 9. So I know where they go. I should remember that, hopefully. Hard to say. Okay, so I used Distress Oxide Spray, Aged Mahogany, and Gathered Twigs. And I'm going to give them a little spritz of water. And then probably will blot them just a titch. I kind of like what they're doing. I'm going to do a little bit more Aged Mahogany, actually. That was probably a lot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I should have laid down some scrap paper in the bottom. But alas, I did not. Okay, friends, let me find something to blot you on. How about you come this way? I'm just, might as well make use of that as much as possible. I can use it for something else, right? Those actually are going to absorb that pretty good. The back should be dry enough that we should be able to glue them almost right away. Okay, so what did we have? We had She's a 9. I remember that. We had a butterfly. That became the 1. And you had a 3. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to glue these on. We are going to use some Fabric Fusion, I think, on these, since I am almost out of my other, even though I would prefer it. So we're going to get these glued on so we can move on to our next step. Or once we do our next step, well, I'm trying to remember, did I spray? I did. I'm pretty sure I did spray everything with the stencil, just lightly. So I laid the stencil across, I think. So I don't think I brushed them. No, because I wouldn't have gotten that as good on the lace. So I'm pretty sure I did lay stencils down and spray them. So that's what we'll do next. See, I thought I had this all figured out on how exactly I did it the first time, but it has been a bit since I made them. Definitely wetter, but that's fine. It should be okay. Yeah, definitely need to go back to my other glue. I'm just out of it. Permanent fabric adhesion. I hope it, yeah. It is what it is. Here we are. It's going to hold, like it's going to hold up in a book. Like that's not going to be an issue. It's just preference as to what I like more one way or the other. All right, so we need to get our spray box. Let me prep that and I'll be right back. So I'm going to do these 4 first because these ones are all really the same color family. These are the ones I'm going to use in my friend's book. And what I want to do is I'm going to stencil across all of them at the same time. That's my thought anyway. So I'm going to spray them at the same time. So I think these 2 are going to get some numbers. And I want to do something a little bit more delicate. Not necessarily delicate, but like a smaller design. I'm trying to decide what's going to be best for that. I might do this in a couple spots, maybe. All right. So I'm going to do hickory smoke on these 2 and honey on this one, on these 2, I think. Or maybe I'll just do hickory smoke on all of them. No, I want to do some honey. Okay, so this is the hickory smoke. And then wild honey. Because it matches her book. That's why I'm doing, I know they seem like really weird colors and stuff, but there is a method to my madness. What did I use? That one? Okay, so I've set this here. We'll lift this off carefully. And then we'll do our next step. You can see the big change, how they have definitely gone through some steps. But I want to work with these while they are a little wet. So that's why I'm only going to do a couple of them at a time here too. So we're going to just throw some number spots on here in some places. So texture paste, whatever medium you want to use. Oh, I know why. It's probably because I had stuff on my stencil last time. That's why I got different colors. Like that. Amazing. It's going to be fine though. They'll all be looking a little different. Let's put some up here. Because I do not always clean off my stencils. I try to remember to, but you know, I get distracted. Let's put like this here. Okay, so that one's done. Yeah, paper towel. Trying to behave myself, clean as I go. Let's do... So I'm just picking some random places because we're just adding some more fun texture. That's really all we're doing. And these are going to look really cool when they're dry. Or at least I think so. You can do whatever things like do, okay, now do I want to use this or do I want to use something else? Let's do, okay, so these had a grid. Let's do little dotties. Little dots, little circles. Yeah, let's do it. Will you cover the whole thing? Not quite. Okay, let's go halvesies then. Oh, you know what? Let's do the opposite. Let's do the texture paste first, and then we'll spray for the other ones. Let's do it. Let's see what they look like. So now I have to set these off to the side. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set them on my tray. Move the stuff out of my tray that I don't need right now. And then I can set them in the tray, and then they'll be safe while they dry, because they'll fit right in there. Perfect. Good thinking, Nance. All right, so let's texture up those other lovely friends. If I was smart, I'd have just used my palette knife and I could have used it on them. Derp-de-der. Oh well. All right, so we got these friends here. What do we want to use on them? All right, how about, let's do some of the dots. Oh, wrinkling. I think this texture paste is drying out. Guess I'll just have to use her up, huh? Okay, is that everybody? I believe so. A little bit of stuff left on my palette knife. Guess what? I'm just gonna throw it on here. Don't like putting it back into the container once it's been out. Okay, doke. There we go. Now we're gonna spray these guys. I'm gonna throw these in the sink first so that they don't get all gooey gooey. Pine needles. So I think it'll go. That was a little excessive, but it's fine. That was heavy-handed. Wow, Nance. Okay. Now we're going to be in drying. I'm not going to use a heat tool on these. I'm just going to let them dry. I'll come back when everything's dry, show you what everything looks like, see if we want to put any finishing touches on anything. Okay? Okay. So here are our finished little belly bands that we made. So I'll show them up close so you can see how the spray kind of affected some of the paste and the stenciling. I think they turned out really pretty. So there you go. These are all set to go into journals, or you could step it up and do like one more thing. You could add something else onto the top of these guys. I like how this one is. It's really cool. I should have covered her a little bit so she would have stuck out more. I still am really happy with this one. But you could also then, here, let's do really quick, maybe this one. No, I kind of like the 9. Let's do this. Let me see. I have handy some flowers or something. Oh, here, look. So we could just add like another little thing. Okay, he's really cute. I think we're gonna add him. Let's do it. So just do one little thing on top of all this that we already did. So these are technically done, that you don't need anything else, but I was just thinking, what if we just gave it a little bit more something? Because of course, a little bit more something is always what we need, right? That's kind of too much, maybe. Just a little extra texture here. Okay, that's kind of cute. Maybe, yeah, let's just do it. I'm gonna ink the edge of this really quick. I'm just gonna do it this way, just to give it a little bit more definition. Just roughly inking the edge here, nothing fancy. Doesn't want to ink very good. And do this. So imagine if you had like some really cute flowers or something. That would be kind of cool. like some fussy cuts, some other little fussy cuts or something. That could be cool. Okay, like that, and then let's do, maybe I have a little label. Is this too green? Oh no, that looks all right. These little stickers that I have, they're not always the greatest adhesive wise, so I just add a little something to them. A novelty that is new. Cute. There, and then one more thing. Let's do just some numbers. I did that totally upside down, but it's okay. And then maybe one big one. Oh. Boy, that does not want to show up. Why are you doing that, friendo? Maybe it's where I'm stamping it. Let's try something else then. Let's try it right up here. Nope, maybe it's the ink. Ugh. Derp-da-der. I really need to get some more black. I need a black. I need a black. I need a black. Okay. That's annoying. That one doesn't want to work either. Oh, goodness. I don't know where my other ink pad is. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? You get the idea. I'll fight with that in a little bit more. But you can add some extra little flair here and there to stuff as well. But here is one that's completely finished. I mean, they're all technically completely finished. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to these guys. I really like how this one turned out. They're all really pretty. This one is nice. So there you go, friends. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little something, or at least got to see somebody else's weird little creative process for making some fun, extra textured belly bands, or whatever you want to use them for. Side tucks, stuff like that too. So there you go. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'd love to hear some comments and questions. So don't forget that community tab that's there now. Instead of leaving a comment, it's labeled community. So you can always look at that stuff too. And yeah, there we go. Don't forget, art with your heart. Bye.